And they believe the Labour Party is beyond reform. I believe the Liberal Party is beyond reform.
I know you've met Nelson Mandela. What would he say of the new anti-terror laws that have been brought in?
He would probably say they're anti-democratic, they're contrary to the basic human rights that we have forgotten in the fight against terrorism. We must preserve our own values and not betray our own values. He would call those laws a betrayal of the basic values of a civilized nation.
How do you think it happened here?
I often ask that. I've had discussions with people who were involved in the Labour Party, and they believe the Labour Party is beyond reform. I believe the Liberal Party is beyond reform, and I don't really think it's a Conservative party. I mean, it used to be a Liberal Party in Menzies' day. Then it became more and more Conservative. I think it is now something to the right of Conservative. But it has forgotten the essentials of Australia's own independence, of Australia as a nation. Perhaps people believe the good times will roll on forever. When I entered the Parliament, there were a lot of people who had been prisoners of war, the Japanese, people, all the Germans. But the trade unionists who were there were people who'd probably left school at 13 or 14, come up the hard way, worked in their union, got their hands dirty, and then they get positions because they've got initiative, they get positions in their union and they become a member of Parliament. Today, a trade unionist representative in the Parliament has been to university, goes and works with a trade union, goes and works with the Labour Party, goes and works with a member of Parliament, earns brownie points and gets pre-selection. And in their own way, the Liberals do the same thing. So they're all professionals. And, you know, that's a big difference in terms of experience. A lot of Liberals would have had legal professions, medical practices. They would have run small businesses and got a bit older and were able to leave the business in the hands of somebody else, and so they came into Parliament. But now it's a professional class of people in both parties. And the pre-selection process has become more selective. We don't want the independent-minded free thinkers like Ian McPhee or Alan Misson from Victoria, Senator Misson. We want people who will accept the party line and serve the party purposes.
Do you think the corporate world has muzzled in and is now in control of politics?
Oh, they certainly have an influence they did not have in my time or Menzies' time. But in Victoria, for example, in my time, members of Parliament were not allowed to raise money. I didn't even know who all the members were. And none of them would tell me who was giving money and who wasn't giving money. And the idea then was to have those who collected money for the party quite divorced from members of Parliament. Once members of Parliament are directly involved, as they are in both sides of politics, in raising funds, an element of independence disappears. You have to be affected. If somebody is in your office, sitting on the other side of your desk from you, and asks you for something, and he knows you know he's been a very substantial supporter of your campaign funds, you're not going to want to offend him. You'll try and give him what he wants. Well, I was never in that position. I never wanted to be. And, you know, that was a different Parliament. It was a different way. It was a different party. And, you know, they still use the word liberal, but it's not a Liberal Party with the liberal values which Menzies first, you know, sweated on to the party.